Hello my dear students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine and staying at home safely. This is your teacher Nasim Ahmed from Ideal Public School, Katigoda. Students, today I am here again for class 5 and we are doing chapter number 3. So in the previous video we have done chapter 3 exercise 3C. Today we'll be continuing this exercise, and in the last video we have done multiplication on large numbers. So today we'll be doing division on large numbers. So before watching this video, I recommend you to go and watch the previous video first. Okay, I will be providing the link of that video in the description. You can watch the video by clicking the link on the description given. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get started. Students, we know about division. We have done division several times in previous classes. So let's remind it. So if I say what is division, division is one of the operations in mathematics. Okay, so we have 4 operations, basically 4 operations. These are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and we have division. So there are 4 operations, among which division is one of them. Students, let's recall some points about division that we already know. Okay, so the first point is division is repeated subtraction. So if I make you understand this point with an example, if I say 25 is divided by 5, okay, and then if I say, if I minus 5 from 25, then I will get 20. Okay, and if I minus 5 from 20, then I will get 15. Then if I minus 5 from 15, this 15, then I will get 10, isn't it? Then again, if I minus 5 from this 10, how much I will get? 5 I will get. Then again, if I minus 5 from this 5, then I'll get 0. So I have to minus, okay, I have to subtract, basically I have to subtract 5 from each numbers which I get in result. Okay, so you see how many times I have subtracted 5. You see 1 2 3 4 5. That means if I divide 5, if I divide 25 by 5, then I will get 5. Okay, so by this way we can say division is repeated subtraction. If I take another example, so if I take 9 divided by 3, so you see from 9, firstly I will subtract 3, then I will get 6. Okay, then again I will subtract 3 from this result. This is 6 minus 3, I will get 3. Then again I will subtract 3 from 3, this 3, okay, I'll get 0. So I have reached up to 0. Now you see how many times I have subtract these 3 from this 9. 1 2 3 times. Okay, that means the result will be 3. Okay, so this is very much easy to understand. I hope you have understood. Let's see the next one. Students, next one is division is the inverse of multiplication. So if I write 12 into 10, so this is multiplication. So if I multiply 12 into 10, then I will get 120, isn't it? Then if I divide this 120 by 10, how much I will get? I will get 12, because we know 10 into 12 is 120. Then if I say 120 divide 12, how much I will get? I will get 10, because 12 into 10 is 120. So by this way I can say division is the inverse. Inverse means opposite. Division is the opposite of multiplication. You see this one, and if I compare with this one, it is the opposite of this one, isn't it? So let's see the next one. Students, the relation between dividend, divisor, quotient and remainder. So we know in a division, if I say, for example, if I divide 6 by 3, how much I will get? I will get 2, isn't it? So how I will do it? I will divide 6 by 3. Okay, I will write it by this way. Then 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. then in the remainder it will come 0. So you see, this is a division. Okay, by this way we will divide. So here this division has 3 important parts, not 3, actually 4 important parts. The number which is dividing, okay, which is dividing, that means here this 3 is dividing this 6, isn't it? This is being called as divisor. Okay, and the number which is being divided, so here 6 is being divided, so this will be called as dividend. And the result that I get after division, this is quotient, and whatever remains at the end of the division, this will be called as remainder. So these things you already know about. So here from this you have a very important, you can say, formula about this division. The formula is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, this is the formula. So I'll write it again here so that you can write it in your copy. I hope you are having the copy and book and a pen with you now so that you can write it down. So you have dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so this is the formula that I will get. We'll do some numericals with this formula, students. Okay. So for this division, let's verify this formula. Okay, so here we know this 6 is the dividend, so dividend, in place of dividend I'll write 6. Then you have is equal to, then you have divisor is 3, I'll write 3, quotient is here 2, isn't it? So I'll write into 2. Then you have remainder as 0 plus 0. So if I say that 6 is equal to 3 into 2 is how much? 6, isn't it? Plus you have 0, and in the next line what I can write, 6 equal to 6 plus 0 is 6 itself. That means the left hand side and the right hand side both are same, so that it is proved that this formula that we have, the relation that we have, is correct. Okay, so I hope you have understood, students. If you have seen the previous video, then you know that while doing multiplication we have done some properties, and those properties helped us while we have done different sums. Okay, so for this division also we will do some properties. So let's understand the first one. The first one says if we divide a number by 1, the quotient is the number itself. So this property is very much easy. As you can see, if you divide a number by 1, then the quotient is the number itself. Suppose if you are dividing 648 by 1, what will be the result? Obviously we know 648 into 1 is 648. So if you write like this 648, and if you divide it by 1, then you need to find one number that will be multiplied with 1 and we will get 648. So we know 648 is multiplied with 1, then I will get 648 only. Okay, so by this way I will get 0 as remainder. So the result, or we can say the quotient, will be 648. Okay, so this proves that if you divide any number, okay, here I have taken 648, any number by 1, then the quotient is the number itself. You can see here I have divided 648 by 1, then in the quotient what I have got? I have got 648. So this is the first property. Let's see the next one, students. The next one is also pretty much easy. The statement is if we divide a number by the number itself, the quotient is 1. So let's understand this with an example. So I am dividing 13 by 13. Okay, so what is the result that I will get? So let's do it. 13 divide 13. So if I say the table of 13, in which number I will get 13? Obviously 13 ones are 13, isn't it? So here you have 0 as remainder. So you can see whenever you have divided one number with the similar number, then in the question what you have got? You have got 1. Okay. So if I take another example, if I say 249 divide 249, in the result what I will get? Obviously we know 249, if you divide it by 249, so in the table of 249 I will get 249 ones are 249 and the remainder is 0 here. Okay, that means 1 will be the quotient. So this proves that if you divide a number by the number itself, the quotient is 1. Okay, so let's see the next one. Students, the third one is pretty much interesting. You see, division of a number by 0 is meaningless. That means if you divide any number by 0, this is meaningless because you cannot divide any number by 0. So if I say like 25 and if I divide it with 0, so if I write like this, so have you studied any table by 0? I don't think so because I have not studied till now. So there is no meaning of doing such kind of division. Okay, so you will not means you will never get such kind of division in your whole life. Okay, because this is meaningless. Meaningless. No teacher will ask about it. If the teacher asks, then he will be means searching for the concept inside you. Okay, because if you don't know that you cannot divide any number by 0, then he will make you understand about it. Okay, so you have this property that division of a number by 0 is meaningless. So I hope you have understood this one. Let's see the next one. Students, the fourth one say that 0 divided by any number gives 0 as the quotient. This one is pretty much interesting. You see, if you divide 0 by any number, suppose I am dividing 0 by 31. Okay, so how much I will get? What do you think? I'll write it here, 31 0. So here you have 31 in the divider side and you have dividend 0. So you need to tell the table of 13 first. Okay, 31 first. So you have 31 ones are 31, so we are not getting 0 and 31 is more than 0. So but one thing we can do, 31 zeros are, if you multiply, we know in the properties of multiplication we have learned that if you multiply anything with 0, anything with 0, like if you multiply 31 with 0, what you will get? You will get 0 itself, isn't it? So we can say I need to get 0, and here you can see 31 is multiplied with 0, then you get 0. So 31 in the question place I will write 0, so 31 zeros are 0. Okay, so in the remainder it will be 0 because we know 0 minus 0 is already 0. So what you will get in the result, you will get 0 itself, isn't it? So if you divide any number, okay, if you divide 0 by any number, it gives 0 as the quotient. So this property is also proved by this example. Okay, you can take any example, you will get 0 only. Okay, so I hope you have understood these properties. So let's see the next what we have. Students, for this one we have division by 10, 100 and 1000. So if you divide any number by 10, 100 or 1000, what will be the result? So we'll understand this in 3 sections. The first section is when a number is divided by 10, the digit in the ones place is the remainder. This is quite simple. You see, if I write suppose 28 and if I divide it by 10, okay, so what will be the result? So according to the rule, it says that the digit in the ones place is the remainder. So here you have 8 is the ones place, isn't it? And 2 is in the tens place. So it says that the quotient will be here, the quotient will be 2 and the remainder will be 8. Let's see if it is correct or not. So I need to divide 28 by 10. Okay, so here you have 10. If I say the table of 10, 10 ones are 10, it is much less. Then you have 10 twos are 20. If I say 10 threes are, it will be 30, so it will be more than 28. So I will take 10 twos are 20, isn't it? Then you have to subtract 20 from 28. I will get 8 only. So here you have quotient 2. This one is correct. and here you have remainder as 8. This one is also correct. So I have taken this 28. You can take large number, suppose like 4832. Okay, I have taken this number and you have to divide this one with 10. So according to this rule, what you will get in quotient will be 483. Okay, the first three number, and the remainder will be these two only. Okay, so this is the rule, and I think you have understood. You have to understand that whenever you divide any number by 10, okay, by 10, then the ones place number, here you have the ones place number 2. Okay, ones place number will be the remainder and the rest of the number will be the quotient. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Let's see the next one. Students, when a number is divided by 100, the number formed by the tens and ones place is the remainder. So this is like the earlier one, but here you have addition, that the tens number is there. Okay, so if I take the example like 632, and if it is divided by 100, earlier we have done divided by 10, now you have 100. So according to this rule, it says quotient will be and remainder. So according to this rule, it says the remainder will be the number formed by tens and ones place. So you have in the tens place 3 and ones place 2, isn't it? So the remainder will be 32, tens place and ones place. Okay, and the remaining 6 will be the quotient. Okay, so I think you have understood this one also. This is similar with the previous one. So if you take another example like 4839, okay, and if you divide it with 100, then the remainder or quotient will be quotient and remainder. So the remainder will be the ones place and the tens place. That means 39 will be the remainder and the quotient will be 48. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one. Let's see the next one. Students, this is the third one you have. So you see, when a number is divided by 1000, okay, earlier was 100, now you have 1000. The number formed by the digits in the hundreds, tens and ones place is the remainder. So this is also pretty much easy like the earlier one. So I'm taking a number like 4395. Okay, so this is the number, and if I divide it by 1000, okay, 1000. So here you have quotient and remainder. So you see, according to this rule, the number formed by digits in the hundreds, tens and ones. So in the 100 position, what you have 3, because you know this is the ones position, this is the tens, and this is the 100 position, isn't it? So the remainder will be the number formed by 100, 10 and ones position. So it is 395, and the quotient will be 4. Okay, so this is also pretty much easy. By using this kind of rules, your sums will be much more easy. Okay, so let's jump into the exercise and do the first question, students. So let's see the first question. So this is the actually second question of your exercise. First question was multiplication, as we have done in the previous video. Okay, so the question is, find the quotient and the remainder and check your answer. That means you have this formula, we have already discussed about it. So you need to check whether this result that you will get, that means the quotient and the remainder that you will get, is correct or not. Okay, by putting those values in this formula. Okay, we know how to do it. So this is the first question, 68345 divided by 35. So students, one thing I would like to tell you first, that these things can be told as like this is called as fractions also. Okay, so if I write this one by this way, like 68345 divided by 35, this is what fraction. Okay, so this can be written by this way also. That means here you need to divide this 68345 by 35, and this one also means the same thing. Okay, you need to divide this number by this number. Okay, so let's see how to find the solution of this one. So here what you need to do, you need to put this number, this is what, this is the dividend. Okay, and this 35 is the divisor. So 68345, I have written it. Now what to do? Firstly, I would like to find the table of 35. So we don't know the table of 35. So let's see the first number. You have what? 6. So in this case, you need to find the first number. You have 6, and this 35 is larger than 6, obviously. So you cannot go by this way. Then what you need to do, you have to add the next number. So it is 68. That means 68. So 68 is smaller or larger than 35. It is obviously larger. So now we can do it. Okay, we can proceed. So 35 ones are 35. If you write 35 twos are, then it will be 70, and 70 is more than 68. So you need to write 35 ones are 35. Okay, this is the first step. Then what you need to do, you have to subtract 35 from 68. So what you will get, 8 minus 5 is 3, then 6 minus 3 is 3. Okay, so now you have got 38. This 3 will come with 33, this 4 will come, and this 5 will come here. Okay, so now you have 35, and here you have 33. That means if you say 35 ones are 35, so it will be more than 33, so you cannot do it. So next thing what you can do, you need to find this 333, okay, togetherly. So we know 35 into 10 is 350. So this will be, if you write 335 into 9, then this will be somehow close to this 333, isn't it? So if I write 35 9s, then you will get 315. So you can multiply it in extra paper or in the side. Okay, by writing here, you can say rough work, and you can do the other multiplication and all. Okay, so you have 315. When you multiply 35 by 9, then you need to again subtract, isn't it? Then you cannot subtract 5 from 3, so you borrow 1 from this 3. This will be 13. 13 minus 5 is 8, isn't it? And this 2 minus 1 is 1. Okay, 3 minus 3 is 0. We need not write it. Now this 4 will come here, this 5 will come here, isn't it? Now you have 1 8 18. So you have 35. So 35 is larger than 18. So what you need to do, you have to add 4 here. So it is 184. So you need to multiply this 35, and you need to find similar number of 184 or smaller than 184. Okay, so if you multiply 35 by 5, then you will get 175. Okay, 175. So you can multiply this one in extra side. Okay, in the side of the division. Okay, then you need to subtract it. What you will get, you cannot subtract 5 from 4. You will borrow 1. It will be 14. So 14 minus 5 is 9. Okay, so this will be 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. So you need not write it. Now you have 9, and this 5 will come here. So it is 95. So we know 35 twos are, we know 70. So I will write 35 twos are 70. If I write 35 threes are, it will be more than 95. So it is 35 twos are 70. And if I subtract, then I will get 25. Okay, so by this way I have got up to 25. Here you have no more numbers, so I have to end here, because this 25 is smaller than 35. So if I write 35 ones are 35, this will be more than 25, so I cannot write it. So here you have this number 1952 as quotient. We'll write quotient is 1952, and you have 25 as remainder equal to 25. Okay, so here you have the formula, quotient into divisor plus remainder equal to dividend. Let's see if it is valid or not. So students, I'm checking here. So you have this formula, quotient into divisor plus remainder equal to dividend. So we know the quotient is 1952, as we have found here, 1952, and then you have divisor, this is 2, okay, this is 2. So then you have divisor what? You have 35 as divisor, so I will write it 35. Then you have remainder, how much? 25, as we have got earlier, 25. Then what is the dividend? Dividend is this number 68345, okay, 68345. So now if you multiply this 1952 by 35, you will get 68320. You can divide this one, okay, then you will find this number plus 25. And you know what, if you add this 68320 with 25, you will get 68345, and this will be equal to this number, okay, 68345. So by this way you can understand that both the sides are equal. So the question said check your answer. So here I have checked my answer, okay. So I hope you have understood. By this way you need to do it, okay. Firstly you need to find out the quotient and the remainder by this procedure, okay, by following this procedure. Then you need to check your answer, okay. So let's do the next one. Students, this is the second question, and the question is 29375 divide 79. That means I need to divide 29375 by 79. So here this 29375 is the dividend and 79 is the divisor. So you have 2 here. Firstly you have 2 here, so you cannot divide, like you cannot find any 2 in 79's table. So what you do, you just add 9, it is 29. Till now it is not found. So nextly you will add 3, so 79. Here you have 293. So 293 is greater than 79. So firstly you need to multiply this 79 with 3, then you will get 237, okay, 237. So now what you need to do, you need to subtract. So we cannot subtract 7 from 3. What you need to do, you need to borrow 1 from this 9, it will become 13. 13 minus 7 is 6, okay. This become 8. 8 minus 3 is 5, okay. The 2 minus 2 is 0, no need to write it. Then you have 56, you will take this 7. Then you need to do 567, because you have 56. 79 is more than 56, so you need to take 7 also along with it, so it is 567. So now if you multiply 79 with 7, then it become 553, okay, 553. So now you need to subtract it. 7 minus 3 is 4, then you have 6 minus 5 is 1, 14 you got. Then this 5 will come here, it is 145. Now what you need to do, if you multiply this 79 with 2, then it will become 7 into 2 is 140 plus 9 into 2 is 18, so it will become 158. So 158 is more than 145, so you need to do one time, okay. Then you will get 779. Then you need to subtract it. What you will get, you cannot subtract 9 from 5. What you do, you just borrow 1 from this 4, it will become 15. 15 minus 9 is 6, okay. This will become 3 as we have borrowed 1, so this one will come here, it will become 13. 13 minus 7 is also 6. So this 66 is smaller than 79. So if I write 79 ones are, it will be 79, so it is larger than the means this 79 is larger than 66. That's why I cannot proceed here. So this will be the quotient and this will be the remainder. I will write it here. Quotient equal to 371 and remainder equal to 66, okay. Now we'll put it in my formula. So now we'll check it. So you have quotient into divisor plus remainder equal to dividend. So you have the quotient here. Quotient is how much? 371, as we have found already. So it will be 371 into, you have divisor. Divisor is how much? Divisor is 79, okay, 79. Then you have plus, then remainder. Remainder is 66, as you can see here, 66. I'll write 66 equal to dividend. Dividend is how much? This 29375. I'll write 29375, okay. Now if you multiply this 371 with 79, you will get 29309. You can multiply it, okay? Then you will find it plus 66. Then you have 29375 as it is I have written. Then if you add this 66 with 29309, because this is plus here, you will get 29375, and you have this number in the right side, 29375. So as you can see, this left side and the right side both are same, so we can say this quotient and remainder is correct here, okay? So we have checked our answer, okay? Let's see the next one. Students, this is the third question, and for this I have 3200515 as a dividend and you have 305 as divisor. So I'll put it here, 3200515, then you have 305, okay? So what you need to do, you need to find any number which is close to 3200 or equal to 3200, okay? Not more than 3200. So if you multiply 305 with 10, what you will get? You will get 305. As we know in multiplication, in the properties of multiplication, as we have got earlier, that whenever you multiply any number with 10, okay, any number with 10, then you need to add 10 at the end in the right side, isn't it? So it will be 305. We'll write the same number 305, and at the end we'll write 0, okay? So you see this 3050, this is 3050 and this is 3200. So this is smaller than 3200. So I can write it. Now I need to subtract. Then it will be 0 minus 0 is 0. We can we cannot subtract 5 from 0. So I will borrow 1 from here. This will be 10 minus 5 is 5. This is 1 minus 0 is 1. And this 3 minus 3 is 0. I need not write it. Now you have this 150. Now this 5 will come here, 1 will come here, and this 5 will come here, okay? So you have 150. So 150 is 150 and this is smaller than 305, so I will go with 1505, isn't it? So if you multiply 305 with 4, then you will get 1220, okay? 1220. This is the number you will get after multiplying 305 by 4, okay? So now you need to subtract it. 5 minus 0 is 5. Obviously you cannot subtract 2 from 0. You need to borrow 1 from here. This will become 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. This is 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. And 1 minus 1 0. No need to write it. Now you have this 1, okay? And this 5 here. 1 and 5. So you have 28515. So now what you need to do, you have 305 in the divider, okay? So you have 285. This is smaller than 305, so I will take 2851. Now if you multiply this 305 by 9, what you will get? You will get 2745, okay? 2745. Now if you subtract, then you cannot subtract 5 from 1. You will borrow 1. It will become 11 minus 5 is 6, okay? 11 minus 5 is 6. Then you have 4 minus 4 is 0. You have 8 minus 7 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0. No need to write it. Now you have this 5 here, okay? 1065. Now what you need to do, you need to multiply 305 with 3, okay? 3. Then it will become 915, okay? Now if you subtract, then 5 minus 5 is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. This 10 minus 9 is 150. So you see 150 is smaller than 305 and you don't have any other number which you will take it in the side of this 150, and then you need to proceed the division. So for that reason, what you need to do, you need to finish the division, and this is your quotient and this is the remainder. So I'll write it here. Quotient is what? 10493, and the remainder is 150, okay? So now we'll check it. So here I have written the formula. Here the quotient is how much? 10493, and the divisor is how much? 305, as you have seen here. 305 plus remainder is how much? Remainder is 150, and the dividend is this one, 3200515. So I have written it here. So if you multiply this 10493 with 305, you will get 3200365. okay, this one you will get, and along with it you need to add 150, and you have 3200515. so you can check it by multiplying, okay, both the numbers. You can check it, you will get this number. So now you have 3200365 plus 150, this will come 3200515, and you have in the right side 3200515. So as you can see, both the numbers are equal. The left side and the right side both are equal. That means our solution is correct. The quotient is this much and the remainder is this much for this division. Okay, so let's see the next one, students. This is the last question. This is question number J, and this is the last question that we will do here, and rest of the questions are homework for you, and these are pretty much easy, so you can do it easily. And I hope my explanations are helpful for you to understand these questions, and you can do it at your home. Okay, so this question is 6666666. That means it is 66,66,666. okay, 66 lakh. So if I put comma here also another comma, so it is 66,66,666. so I need to divide this number by 3,215. so here this one is the dividend. I'll write it here, 666,666. okay, another 6 here. So this is the dividend, and I'll write here the divisor. So I've written it. Now if you multiply this 3215 with 20, okay, with 20, then what you will get? You will get 64300. okay, so when you divide this number with 20, then you get 64300, and if you subtract, then you will get 6 minus 0 is 6, 6 minus 0 is 6, then you have 6 minus 3 is 3, 6 minus 4 is 2, 6 minus 6 is 0, no need to write it. This 6 will come here, this 6 will come here. Okay, so now you have 236666. okay, now you need to multiply this 3215 with 7. okay, with 7, then you will get 22505. okay, 22505, and if you subtract, then you will get 6 minus 5 is 1, 6 minus 0 is 6, 6 minus 5 is 1, 3 minus 2 is 1. Then you have this 6 here, I'll write it here. Now you have 11616. If you multiply this 3215 with 3, okay, with 3, then you will get 9645. okay, 9645, and this number is smaller than this 11616. and if you multiply it with 4, this 3215 with 4, then this will be higher, so higher than this 11616. so I will go with 3, and if I subtract now, this will become 5 minus 6 is 1, oh sorry, 6 minus 5 is 1, then you have 1 here, 1 here, so you cannot subtract 4 from 1, so if you borrow 1, then it will be 11 minus 4 is 7. okay, then you have here 5, we cannot subtract 6 from 5, I will borrow 1 from here, it will become 15, 15 minus 6 is 9. okay, then you have here 0, and this one 10, 10 minus 9 is 1. so you can see 1971 and no other number left. okay, so we can say this 3215 is larger than 1971, so I cannot proceed the division. So this will be the quotient and this will be the remainder. okay, so I'll write it, quotient equal to 2073 and remainder equal to 1971. okay, now if you check it, Students, here you have the formula divisor into quotient plus remainder equal to dividend. So you have the divisor here. What is the divisor? 3215. 3215. Then you have the quotient. Quotient is this is 2073. 2073. Okay. Then you have remainder. We have written it already, 1971. Then you have dividend. Dividend is this big number. Okay. 66,66,666. Okay. So if you multiply this 3215 with 2073, you'll get 6664695. Okay. You can check it by multiplying. Then you have 1971 along with it. Then you have 66666. Okay. So now if you add the two numbers, then you will get 66,66,666, and this will be equal to this number 66,66,666. So you can see both the sides are equal. LHS left hand side and RHS right hand side, both are equal. That means the solution that we have got is correct. Okay, so we have done checking also. So this is the end of the chapter, we can say, and rest of the questions are homework for you. These are pretty much easy. You can do it at your home. So if you have any problem, means still if you feel any problem, you can directly call me in my phone number, or you can WhatsApp me, you can message me, or you can comment here in the comment box. So thank you for watching the video. I hope my discussions are helpful for you. So if you have any doubt regarding anything I'm saying again and again, you can contact with me directly. Okay, so I am wishing for your good health. So without any further ado, I'm signing off. God bless.